What's up, everyone? It's Colin with Kill Mode. Today we have Katie and Reese, and we are going to Fort Worth to pick up a bit of a surprise, some Legends cars. And I know I haven't really posted on the channel in 3 years.
Surprise!
We're back.
We're back. And so, taking you guys along on the journey, I kind of want to do like an intro or an explanation of getting into racing, because that's kind of what this is, and what it is for me is getting into asphalt, oval, and road racing at the most cost-effective and reliable method possible. So come along. We just picked up the trailer and we are on the way to get the cars.
Okay.
What do you have to say?
I don't have anything to say. I have a question.
GoPro, stop recording.
I do have a question though. What is that racing that you're doing?
Like the Legends cars?
The oval racing. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, so like it's like dirt track.
Yeah.
Except it's paved. So like NASCAR, but way smaller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So just like
NASCAR, but what's
okay, NASCAR.
So basically, I'm gonna be a NASCAR racer.
Do you see that dog?
I do see it.
Okay.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
He's kind of cute though. On the road again, seeing places that I've never been. Seeing things I may never see again.
What would you like to say?
I think that was beautiful.
You may have to not include that because it's copyrighted.
That's copyright.
I don't think that the way you sung it was close enough to even be considered.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Where are we at?
We are at Buc-ee's.
We're at Buc-ee's. If you would have told me that somebody was going to build a place that had a beaver on the front of it and 100 gas pumps, I'd have said you're crazy.
Now what would you say?
They're millionaires.
You're rich. We haven't been to K1. And
Wait, they don't even know we're going to K1.
oh, by the way, we're going to K1.
Yeah.
So we decided, or since Mike is running a little bit behind today, Mike, if you see this, the hell, dude, we are going to go to K1 in Dallas because the track is better there than in Arlington, and we're going to go. I'm going to go beat
You're going to
both
lose.
of them. No. Stay tuned to see who actually prevails here. It'll probably be
going to win.
Katie.
I think I'm going to win.
Yeah. How much training do you have applicable to
I
this?
have a lot.
We actually walked the track.
Reese go about a lot of times, and yeah, I have been trained by the best, so
Who's
I'm going
the
to beat
best?
him.
That's me.
Reese.
Actually, second best thing.
He's second in the nation at K1
It's
speed.
not a big deal. Look me up
Yeah.
online.
Any comments, Reese?
We're about to do some racing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Not happy to be there.
Oh my god, boy, it's a long way down. I don't know if I can...
Okay, so we met up with some fellow racers, SCCA people at K1 here in Dallas, and we raced them, had a great time. Unfortunately, Reese had the fastest time.
Oh, so sad. Oh.
It's easy.
But we're pretty certain he cheated. There's a little bit that was...
Cheaters.
Yeah, so I think at the very end of our last session, I put a pretty hard pass on him, and I think that pretty much sums up the whole day. So
Yeah.
that's all you need to know, is that I won the race. He won qualifying.
Loser. We're headed now after K1.
We're
going...
actually here.
What?
We're here.
Oh, we're already here. No. Oh, it in and out. Yeah, we're going in and out. Okay. Anyways, what I was saying was we're going to go pick up that
That's one of them little Model A race cars.
Yeah, one of those. So, oh my god.
Y'all want to sit here in
You
the
had to
truck,
park
or-
a mile away.
So
Hey, you need to exercise. Did you get that?
So we came to In-N-Out because you have to when you come to Dallas. But she doesn't like In-N-Out. Well, she doesn't know. It's been a long time. How long would you say?
I would say it's been about probably 3 years since I've been.
There's a stinger.
And it wasn't very good. I don't like their French fries. Very good.
I'm not impressed.
Their fries are kind of like cardboard, but
Low expectations.
if you get the animal fries,
What are the animal fries?
they're about to
What
find
are
out.
those?
They're about to find out. Okay, so we got In-N-Out. What are your thoughts?
I thought the burger was pretty good, but the French fries needed a lot of salt to be able to be decent. So I would say it's about a 7 out of 10.
I was much happier to go out than I was going in.
Okay.
That's an In-N-Out joke.
That was an In-N-Out joke. That was quite aggressive, but he actually said he liked the burger.
The burger was great.
Colin, do you have any comments?
It's raining. Alright, so this is a Legends car. This particular one is a 1250cc. They have the newer FJ or SV09 engine, which is a 3-cylinder liquid cooled. This is an air cooled 1250, 125 horsepower, 10,000 RPM. Car weighs 1,200 pounds. Should be a good time.
Cool.
Right, so guys, you wouldn't believe this. Come check this out, guys. Look at these switches on the dash. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Supercar Blondie?
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Super
The manufacturer knew that this would be a racing application, so they installed a roll cage.
Nobody has driven one of these quite yet, but we have the keys.
First initial thoughts.
It's tight.
Tight?
Just like
The NASCAR?
just like the NASCAR. Although the seat's nice and roomy,
Yeah. It's not as tight.
but the windshield is small. Pretty small.
Well guys, I was editing the video and realized that we never actually finished it. It was raining and we were trying to get out of there. But here we are, the cars are at my house, they are at the shop. And as you can tell, I've wasted no time in ripping into them. This one's mine, the other one's going to be Blake's. But I'm going to show you guys the cars. Basically what I've done so far is I've pretty much just been cleaning. I've been taking things apart, taking bolts apart, and cleaning everything up. I've polished some of the radius rods just because I'm kind of tedious about things. But also I'm doing inventory on what parts I need. And the list has been adding up pretty quickly, but I know that once we're done, these cars are going to be in great shape. They're going to be set up for road racing, which is a change that we have to make. But I've also found a community basically online of Legends racers that have been a huge help. They've given me tons of information, and those guys are helping me out with knowing what parts I need also that I wouldn't even have thought about. And so huge thank you to Chris Larson and all of the other guys online for helping me out with this project. I'm shooting to make a race in March, at the very end of March, but at Howlett, it's the Common Race Series, and hopefully we make it, but if we don't, it won't be the end of the world. One of the cars is running, and that's Blake's car. Mine is still missing some things in the oil system. It basically doesn't have one, and so I've ordered things from RRC, things like an external locator for the oil filter and lines, and I'm going to have to get the Satrap 3-row oil cooler. And it's going to be all set up well for road racing to keep the oil temps cool, to try to make the motor last. But that's another thing. I don't even know if the motor is good. Hopefully it is, and I don't really see a reason it wouldn't be. But it hasn't run since I've owned it. And it hasn't run in over a year, so hopefully it's good. It is a sealed 1250 from Inex, and it looks good, but that doesn't mean it is. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to wait for all of those parts to come in for the oil system, and then once I get them on, get it primed up, we'll actually try to fire it. But Blake's car does run, as I mentioned. His just has a leak in the fuel system. The bladder inside of the metal fuel safe fuel tank is dripping fuel. Not a big deal, just need to get a new rubber bladder for that. And then go through his. Obviously they all need things like, or they both need things like rotors, pads, tires, gonna do new wheels, springs, we have to change the gearing in the diff, oil, fluids, brake masters, and brake fluid, and just all of the things that come with racing a car, especially one that's been sitting for a while. So I'm going to show you guys around the cars real fast, show you what I have done, what I plan to do, and yeah, there'll be more videos in the future. Okay, so this one's mine, this one's Blake's, pretty much same setup. I think this one's actually, I'm pretty sure it's one more races, but we'll see if Blake can do that behind the wheel. So this one's mine. I've been going through it a little bit, basically just cleaning things up. They're pretty dirty. They did a lot of asphalt racing and then a lot of sitting, and so things get dirty. But as you can see, this is a INEX sealed 1250, and one of the ways you can tell it's 1250 is this starts with a P. There's several other things, like it has these block offs here, as well as I think the heat sink fans actually look entirely different. So what I've done so far is pretty much just clean things up. I've taken the spindles off, and you can tell I polished the radius rods. That's just for me, doesn't matter, they won't be seen. This is what they look like before, and that's after. I took the shocks apart, springs off, everything, cleaned them up. I'm not gonna run these springs, they're not the right rate, but I just wanted to get the shocks cleaned up so that way I can tell if they're leaking anything, and just have them look nice and be clean to do their jobs. Anyways, mine has the Toyota calipers. These are a little bit more popular among road racers. I think they are a little easier to manage heat with, but they do weigh quite a bit more. The Willwoods, which are what's on that car, are definitely lighter, but they're a little bit more difficult to manage temperature, keep the brake pedal from going soft and losing brakes. But I think we know how we're gonna do it with the Castrol brake fluid and the Carbotech pads. I think it'll be manageable. I cleaned up all of the ball joints, and I actually took them apart, got all of the grease out of them so I can put fresh grease in. Not all of the grease, everything, all of the grease that I could get out. And I'm gonna grease those up freshly. As you can tell, there's just a hole in the block. That's where the oil relocator is gonna go, or filter relocator. The headers are off the car right now, but I have them. Let's see what else. I'm gonna replace the clutch master here. It just looks disgusting. Let's see if I can get a shot. It's just nasty. I'd rather just replace it. Do it once and be done. But the brake master might be okay. I don't really know. It's a sealed system, so as long as the fluid isn't just terrible, I might flush it through like twice with new fluid and make sure that it's all been replaced. On the inside, let me get this door open. So on the inside, it's probably hard to see with this lighting. I've just been cleaning up. So the floor was, here, let's see if I can get a light. The floor, no, that's not really helping. Sorry. So the floor was really just greasy and nasty, but I've been cleaning that up inside and getting rid of some of the things like rust on the drive or steering shaft and things like that. This one also has the metal fuel cell, the fuel safe, just like Blake's car. I don't know if mine leaks yet. I haven't put fuel in it. There's really no need. The car's not ready to run. But everything back here is pretty simple. It's just a standard. Once those parts come in, I'm gonna go ahead and install them, and we'll see if it runs once all the oil system is done. Ordering brake rotors and pads, fluid, all of that. And then this, I need to rebuild the steering box. It just has a little bit of play, but also like these boots need to be redone. They're broken. Just standard rubber things. This is pretty much an INEX setup. It's sealed in INEX everything. So theoretically, if it runs and runs well, it could be run in the INEX series or INEX races, which I don't really care too much about at the moment, but eventually that might matter. So something else I got as a part of the Legends thing was this pit box. it needs a lot of work. It's seen better days, but I'm gonna recondition it. I'm gonna go through, if the electric motor works, I'm going to use that and then put a fresh battery in it and be good to go. If it doesn't work, I might replace the motor. I'm not really sure. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But toolbox here, I'm going to recondition. I'm going to take it all the way down, take those sliders off that are broken, but repaint it in a urethane or maybe powder coat it. Put it back in the box. It goes in that big spot there. But it's a pretty cool box. At one time, it was definitely nice, and so I'm going to try to clean it up, do the best I can, rewrap it, and take it to the races. It'd be pretty cool to have this. It has seats up top. There's like boat seats, but they go in 2 posts, so I can sit up top and see, which is pretty nice to have at the track actually. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's little things like this that, I don't know, make the racing experience just that much better. And I think it's going to be a lot of work to recondition, but it'll be worth it when it's done. So I'll also do some videos on this. It has a spot for a nitrogen tank underneath, which is what a lot of teams use in the pits. And it's got a line it's pre-run down there, so you can just hook up the tank and you have air tool access, which is pretty nice. So as you can tell, I have quite a bit of work on my hands with these 2 Legends cars. I'm going to be making more videos as I get more into depth with replacing parts and getting them race ready. And I hope any of you guys considering to get into Legends might see this as kind of some motivation or kind of a sign that you can do it too. And let me know if you have any questions. I might not have the answers, but I can point you to people who do. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe. There's not a whole lot here yet, but I plan on making more footage on how to get to the races, how to make your first race, and testing, and just finding all of the issues that I know are going to find with these cars on their first time out, and sharing that experience with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Not a whole lot to it, just kind of getting the cars home and getting them torn apart, but there will be more in the future. Thanks.